Good evening, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here, we're back, we're live. It feels like so long since I've since I've been on camera again, but I've been super busy in the background, guys. I've been a little busy bee making stuff away. So hopefully we're gonna have some amazing content like on your doorstep for this weekend. I hope to get into that in a bit more detail. I'll tell you a bit more about it probably. Not really promoted the stream tonight, so if you are joining us live, I know you're part of the notification crew, especially the guys that are showing up here nice and prompt. Robert Turner, Predictology, Will X10, Jonathan Maw, Gaza, Shrewsbury Wolf. Fist bump to all you guys in nice and rapid. If you are here, you're watching us live, you're watching us after we've been live, thank you very much. Make sure you do leave a like, subscribe to the channel, yada yada. Well, we get stuck into this game week, guys. I was actually pretty surprised at how well we might have done. How well we might have done. No sofa yet. Well, no sofa yet. We've done pretty well. We've done so much better than what I expected. I've been in here like all day. Just getting stuck in this stuff. Honestly, guys, it's going to be so good. Let's just start off, right? Let's have a look at the game week we're leaving behind, okay? It feels nice because it's nighttime. It feels natural to stream at this time of night. The morning ones are about... I quite like the morning streams, to be honest with you, but it does take some getting used to. And in the last couple, we've done, a bit more working hours, if you like. They've been fun. I definitely don't feel like they've been the same. So, well, we're going a little bit later tonight. So, we only had 4 teams out, and as you can see, we're not actually finishing up with a card, unfortunately. The All-Star Limited team was right close, man. We were in the Tier 2 pool for so long. All my debutants, the middle 3 there, did exceptional. Now, I did play Anti-Budimir over Alvaro Negredo, who brought in an 80.5, and it's one of those game weeks that I should have played Negredo. One of these iterations that I had, I can't remember whether it was on the first draft of the lineup builder or whether it was on SoRare native, I had a full Cadiz stack. Now, that would have backfired because Thomas Alarcon DNP'd, but I definitely should have kept Negredo a wee bit more to the front of my mind on that one. I let that get away from me. But otherwise, man, Jesus. Guys, we stepped into the market, picked up 3 limiteds, and straight away they're showing, even in a funny wee midweek, they can pull some weight, Bit disappointed with Diarra, but no clean sheet away to Trabzonspor. It's not really that bad a score against top of the league away. So yeah, we move onwards. Now, honestly, guys, I thought we were going to capture 0.02 ETH this week with Common Ronaldo again. But unfortunately, Yedlin, we absolutely jackpotted. He started the game. The hypothesis that we ran through, surely Yedlin has to get back in the team. Surely he's the best right back available for them. It happened. It happened. And he did crap. He did so terrible. 16.5 points. With the multiplier we have, which is 11% on top, it makes it just as painful, but maybe not quite as much. 18.3, but unfortunately, it's not getting us across the line for the 0.02. Captain Longbuster brought it in a big way. Brought 82 points in with his bonus. Yunus Musa had played like 80 minutes or something. I watched the second half of Valencia Sevilla. And yeah, he's a wee bit off it now, but he definitely runs hard, gets involved in a lot of duels, and as long as he gets good win percentages in midfield, 51 points, man, not a bad outing at all. Sulemana, hey, that's what he did. And then this team was just done, man. Like, honestly, straight away, Miazga brings in 10 points, and Van de Voort's game was dismissed right after the game week deadline, so I knew this team was not going to go any very far. But when these two guys were playing, they were playing about the same time. They were absolutely killing it. Renato Sanchez, including multiplier, bringing in 112 points. Feels like he's coming into form finally. And Brais Mendes in a 2-0 win, that he had maybe about 50 odd points in the first half. Lost a few points in the second half. With his team winning 2-0, hadn't yet been involved in any way in a decisive. He had, I watched the game, he had, he definitely had a second assist. I don't know if that gets counted again, I'm forgetting. Big chance created, maybe. He definitely got a second assist, a key pass kind of thing for the first goal. But it doesn't seem to have been picked up or credited in any real way. Well, great to see, and I'm looking forward to using these guys in the coming fixtures as well. And then this team just nothing happened, did it? Mukhtar Diakabi got an OG, Thomas Alarcon DNP'd, and Nolito was on the bench. Hey ho. So, not much, but we're coming away with a little bit of ETH, and it was so close to actually promising something decent. And as you can see with the best players, we missed out on Bravo. I could have maybe used him on Oliver Torres, we could have maybe used him. Rioja did a 45, did say that about him. And Sands debuted in Pataudry. Now, I actually tuned in to watch Scott Brown versus James Sands. I was really interested in how that game was going to go. And, you know, the first half, like, Sands looked really clean. Like, you know, I am not an advocate of supporting Rangers or Rangers players. And I'm really hoping Sands does well so that I can sell him for a lot of money, of course. But it really, honestly, didn't look out of place at all. Pataudry away, if you're not familiar, it is the hardest game for Rangers, except for playing Celtic, by far and away. No two ways about it. Went in, and I say first half, I really paid attention to him, but it really felt, for me anyway, from like minute 35 or so, up until maybe like 75th minute, the game was done. It felt really like Rangers were in control. Aberdeen weren't really much of a threat. And it got boring, and I was just stopped paying attention to it until all the action started kicking off with the equaliser and the red card and all the rest of it. Good game to watch. I only really noticed Sands, as I said, in that first half section, and he was really good. Took a lot of first-time passes, and I think he's going to, you know, I think he's a guy that will probably, his performance for NYC, I'd probably say add 10%, 15% onto that, SO5-wise, in terms of his AA and all the rest of it, and that's probably what you're going to get at Rangers in the immediate term. Beyond that, who knows? But great debut for him in that way, you know, right into Pataudry. It was a draw, not a win, but hey ho. And then, so guys, now we've got some great stuff happening. Number one, we've got lineup builder to do, right? But number two, I'm going to come into the live chat and do fist bump, sorry. The return of SoRare data leagues. Now, guys, some of you will be a bit new to the streams, maybe not, who knows, right? But this is the alpha way to pick your teams every game week. You go into SD leagues. Now, this is where everyone comes. Now, the way it works, and I'm sure it's had some subtle changes, I think limiteds are maybe now included, is you start off and you have what's called an ELO ranking, and you're basically getting points, and you will win and lose points on the opposition you have and the result, you know. So if it's like an absolute battering, you'll lose more points than if it's a narrow loss, or if it's a kind of a you know, I've actually seen, I think it's AJ is like had 2 draws or something, maybe it was SoRare, one of the big accounts, that kind of thing. But what it allows me to do, right, functionality wise, you know, we're thinking brains here, you know, I get to select here for this competition with as minimal bias and prejudice as possible on scarcities and divisions and prize pools and head counts and all that gibberish. Who is the best 11 guys I've got? Who's in at FC Barcelona? The strategy, the philosophy the club operates with in SD leagues is 3-4-3. We're on the front foot. We want to have the creme de la creme of every position, you know. So we're looking for the best goalkeeper. Who is the best goalkeeper for FC Barcelona in game week? Was it going to be 2-3-8 or something like that? Longbuster is in great form. Away to Cas and Passa, who I think they just actually got a really good fixture, a really good result tonight against Galatasaray. But Longbuster's team played before today anyway, so they'll have more time to recover before that fixture, so that could play an advantage. And honestly, Silvio Long, I'll say this guy is the only reason I bought this guy, right? 2 seconds. I really want you to feel this with me, right? Turkey. And I really want to call him the Iron Lung because he's a goalkeeper, right? But he's just not quite get the clean sheets there for me to feel credible. They're up to 9th now. Jesus, man. When I picked this goalkeeper up, they were a wee bit further down the table. I think it was maybe after some more of these losses were affecting the table and whatever. But wow, look at that, man. Great form they're on at the moment. But Longbuster, as we're calling her from now, Silvio Long Jr., right? Now, one of the last times I played Football Manager, like really seriously, you could get this guy, and he was, so what age is he now? 32, he was born in 89. Wow, he's 1 year younger than me. So, wow, it must have been like all the way back. See, I don't recognise him being at this team. And Astra Adridru, so 2012, what was I doing in 2012? I was like 20. So, yeah, he's definitely got history before this team, I think. Maybe it is this team, and maybe they were called something else. But anyway, you could get this guy on Football Manager. And see, the thing I loved about him, right, is it was a really high potential goalkeeper that was really cheap and easy to come by. If you were Celtic, if you were a team in the Championship, if you were Juventus, if you were any man of a team, And no matter how big you got your team, got your club, you know, when you were like in well far in the future, remember you used to like really go hardcore in a game of Football Manager and really kick it into the distant future, like so far into the future you couldn't even imagine what football would look like, and it would be the year 2022 today, and he'd be 32, and you'd keep that guy, you'd sign him when he was 18 or something, and you'd keep that guy all the way to 32, and he'd always be happy to do a wee loan season, to sit on the bench for a year, to do cup games once in a while. He would never give you any problems, any stick, but it was always good caliber, and you could always mess about. For a couple of years on Football Manager, Silvio Long Jr. was that guy for me. I bought him in every game for about 3 or 4 years, and I absolutely loved him. So when I was investigating Turkey last year, I seen he was in the league, and he was one of my favourites. So when Turkey came on, he was like the only goalkeeper pretty much. Him and the Bosnia guy, they were the only ones that really popped off on my notifications. So I'm super happy that it's paying off so well, so quickly. You know, we've got a rare and a limited of them, and that's, you know, guys, when you've got something with a player, do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. You know, the ones you've got that wee bit of thing with, you know. I'm due some fist bumps, guys. I'm going to come back into the live chat, sorry. No sofa yet, well, X10, you are right there. Shrewsbury Will, thanks for joining us. Matty boy, fist bump, good to see you, my man. Much better bedtime, 9 PM with kids. Only just starting out myself. Joshua, welcome. Checking out your videos, and they're very helpful. Think I might invest in the Argentine League rares and hope to hit the ground running in February. Joshua, that sounds like a really good play on fixtures, and you know, I tip my hat to you, and I hope you do well. Thanks very much for enjoying the content. Thanks for joining us live tonight. Mikey Basson, fist bump, good to see my man. Stefan, my man, it's been a while. Thanks for joining us. Joshy Forth is here. Thanks very much for pushing the stream. Wasn't for you, buddy. SD leagues don't allow limited still. Okay, I thought I seen something about limited, but I've been so tied to the computer today. Emotional evening for me. You just sold the Vanden for it, Josh. How much is he now? He's close to 2 ETH, isn't he? Evan Crightley, fist bump, hack is like. Fist bump, good to see you, my man. And Sojiwa, fist bump, good to see you, my man. So who is the best goalkeeper for FC Barcelona in this game week? Now, I think Trap is still out. Now, I actually get a DM from somebody. I forget who. I'll check who. About Kevin Trapp. Alex Dobbins, my man. So I'll need to investigate that. Maybe Trapp might come back in. But to be honest with you, the backup keeper that came in did good. Bielefeld is a very easy fixture, and you know, it wouldn't surprise me if they just said, listen, kid, you're going to play this game as well. You've done well, you've earned it. Maybe, who knows. Frankfurt have got a lot of fixtures, including European ones coming up, and as much as goalkeepers don't get rotated, you know, the Germans have got much less cup games than a lot of other domestic nations, European nations. All Black at home to Valencia won't be an easy game, certainly, but having watched Valencia last night, yeah, I think with no SoRare, they're a different animal, so that I actually might favour that game if I don't think SoRare is going to play. So All Black could be a sneaky one. Is SD score for a goalkeeper against Valencia is something for me to bear in mind, that they do score quite often. But I'm quite mindful of the actual situation at the moment in Valencia, having watched 45 minutes of them last night. Who else do we have the look of here? Newell away at Montpellier is actually a terrible fixture, I think. Like Montpellier are in really good form now. You know, it's a game that Monaco will be going into expecting it to win and really shoot up the table. I mean, you see that one's 9, you know, Montpellier are 9th and Monaco are 6th. That is a real 6-pointer to get into the top echelons in the league. So it will take a big goalkeeping performance, you would expect. And Newell's in good form now. And Montpellier, the goalkeepers that face Montpellier tend to be relatively forgiving on the matrix. But I think it has to be Longbuster, really. So Longbuster goes in. The back three should be a bit easier to pick. Right, let's sort by that. Now, Sam Vines feels like a great pick to now. Guardiola is nailed on to be playing, I think, but against Wolfsburg, like, yeah. Robbo, who else do we have here? Matteo, away to Villarreal. I don't like the look of that. Yedlin and Miazka can both fuck off after this week. Machida, yet to see him yet since this whole work permit debacle, so we'll wait and see. Trippier away to Leeds. Not a game, again, I'm desperate to get involved with. Theo Hernandez at home to Juventus. Again, it's not a game I'm desperate to get involved with. Jack Hendry with Liège. Oh, do you know what, guys? I think we go THB at the back. At home to Fulham. Now, Fulham are like top or second or something like that. But I think it's going to be it's a game he could score very well in, basically. So that's my play. Jack Hendry, I think, is a selection I can make with confidence as well as Guardiola. So I think, really, that is maybe my best three defenders. Maybe Robbo. But again, I need some FPL guys. I need some Liverpool fans to help me out. Robbo, is he going to play? I'm always worried about rotation. And the thing I've always loved about Robbo is he's never suffered from it. But every time he does get out for a little bit, all I hear is about is, oh, Tsimikas is just as good as, or he's a good Robbo understudy, that kind of thing, you know. And I think, oh, maybe when does Klopp, you know, actually rotate him in through decision rather than through necessity? If that even is ever going to happen, I don't know. So if you have an opinion on Robertson and Liverpool in particular, please let me know. I'd be very much interested to hear that. In midfield, so I'm looking for the 4 best midfielders, right? Palaversa's got a great fixture. I have been meaning to play Palaversa a lot that I've not been, so I'll very much keep that in mind because that is incredible. The average midfielder against Eupen scores 62. That is mental. Tyler Adams, again, has got a good one against Wolfsburg. Palaversa takes set pieces and stuff, so even though he's a very similar player to Adams, I'm a bit more confident playing a Palaversa because of the set piece potential. Cham, 17th versus 14th, might not start. Kamada, 100% is in good form. Sanchez, 100% is in good form. Ferran Torres is started and scored tonight, so I would hope he would do the same against Alaves, and you know, in terms of starting. And if he does, and then Wirtz at home at Augsburg, I think that's going to be a good game for him because he's in great form at the moment. I think that may be my 4 best midfielders. Let me have a quick scan over it. Would I take Palaversa at home to Eupen in that game over any of these guys? I'd maybe take him over Ferran on the minute thing, but I really don't know. I think, in my heart of hearts, I think that's the team I would go for. Fixtures and form and everything all look great. Maybe I drop Ferran Torres for Palaversa. Maybe. So up front, who's my best 3 forwards? Andre Silva is definitely going to play through the middle, right? So Darwin is definitely playing up front. Andre Silva through the middle. And then who? Sané? Oh, yeah. Sané. That's a front 3 of destruction, isn't it? Depay, I'm funny on minutes. He's not started tonight. Does that mean he then starts the cup? I don't know. Well, I'm going to go Sané. Goalkeeper for the bench. I think we just go All Black, don't we? It's just a no-brainer, really. He definitely will play if anything was to happen and Long didn't play. You know, All Black definitely will play. The only facility I really need at this level. My defensive substitute. Well, let's go Robbo. Let's just go with the Robbo for now. I'm tempted with Angelino because he is so decisive capable. And Wolfsburg is a good fixture for Leipzig. I really do think that could be a very convincing scoreline. The midfielder we're going to throw in is going to be Palaversa. Because I've said his name so often, I've definitely jinxed myself into I need to now pick him. And then I'm not too sure if I want to pick Depay because I'm not too sure what his contribution will be. Otherwise, I think Falcao, his last 5, he's starting to play more. Same with Conrad. Timo Weah is back in the squad. Chelsea at home to Spurs. I don't know if Timo's... I think I have to just go with Depay, really. He's the only real option. So much Bundesliga. Got to love it. You're right, Nifty. Fist bump. Good to see you, my man. Gaia is suspended. Diogo Jota? Is he just scored, Evan? Let me know. Robbo playing tonight. The one likely now could be extra time. Very possible. Tsimikas plays away at Palace. Mikey boy, thank you very much for the insight. I do very much appreciate it. So we'll just go with the Angelino then to play safe because there's no question marks over him. Works 100 incoming. Fair enough, Nifty. I'll go with you all the way on that. Chrissy Quirk, fist bump. Good to see you, my man. And Nexin blog. Best of luck, Quinny. Always enjoy the content. Thank you very much. And thank you for joining us live. So this looks to be my SoRare Data 11. Very strong team front to back. Who would be the captain? Who would be the captain? The super rare thing doesn't matter over here. Who would be the captain? I think it has to be Sané. Yeah, Captain Sané. And it's save. Boom. So now I'm prepared, guys. I can now go into lineup builder full of confidence. I'm aware of my best 15-ish cards, you know, in terms of goalkeepers and yada yada subs and all the rest of it. So let's now load ourselves up with a big dose of prejudice and bias into what is the best thing to do. Let's just do it. So I've already selected teams on the first glance, the first pass through that we did. I can't remember when, a few days ago. So let's have a look at the prize pool. So All-Star Pros get the most amount of star rares. We know that already. There looks to be around 1,300 entrants. And with the quality of squad I can pick, I'm very excited about that. And Champion Euro, I think, how many star rares were there? Just the top 8. Tier 1s for basically top 30. That's what I tell myself anyway. So I can get involved in that with 350 entrants, I think. And anything else, nope. And then so I've opted on the first pass through to go U23 super rare. So there's 92 entrants, 20 cards on offer, 20% payout. Absolutely huge if you've got the cards to play it, which I believe I do. I'd be mad not to go for it. And the limited cards, there's 1,450 cards in the All-Star. Of course, we're entering that. But in Champ Euro, we're going to get stars for the top 18. Nothing I can really aspire to. Maybe I get top 200. And in Challenger, out of 4,000 entrants, there's 450 prizes. And again, I'm really looking to get top 450, really, in that. So just get anything, really. Captain Kamada, Mikey Boy thinks. 2-0, Jota brace. Wow. Evening, Quinny. Mark Hodgson, good to see you, my man. Seen anything on Koki? I have not seen a thing on Koki Machida, so I think he's going to be staying away from my lineup builders. So the first one we're going to pick is All-Star Pro. Now, we've already decided the best goalkeeper is Lung, okay? The best defenders were Taylor Harwood, Bellis Super Rare, Jack Hendry, and Guardiola, okay? Now, I think out of them, who would I say is my best defender? I think Guardiola is probably the safest bet. Because Jack Hendry is away from home, and even though Liège are poor than now, and yeah, Stoke have got a tough fixture. So I think, yeah, Guardiola is the best bet of them all. In midfield, my best midfielders were Kamada, Renato Sanchez, Florian Wirtz, and Ferran Torres or Palaversa. Palaversa's coming out top trumps here. And then for this, I do need a super rare, and I think Lille away to Brest is a game where I can get another 100 plus points out of Renato Sanchez, and I think he complements Guardiola excellently. Up front, my best strikers were Darwin Núñez, Andre Silva, and Sané. I think I'd just pick Andre Silva here because, or no, actually, Sané was captain. I'm going to play Sané because Bayern, yeah, that's what to do. And then, so did I have any other super rares? I had a super rare defender, and which was Harwood Bellis, and I had Darwin up front. So, do I then come back to play Harwood Bellis or Renato in that extra spot? I'm not too sure that I do. Darwin looks great, but again, Darwin's minutes are questionable, and for my best team, I don't really want any question marks. Sam Vines definitely will play, so will Taylor Harwood Bellis, in fact. I would expect to see Tonali back. It still says Red X here, suspended. No, I'm pretty sure he should be back for this game. Maybe he's not. We need to investigate that. Let's investigate that now. Because Tonali's availability definitely impacts the super rare entry that I would be potentially doing, which definitely impacts super rare allocations. So let's check it out. Squad. Tonali. Yellow card. There's a 1-game suspension for yellow card accumulation. He served it already against Spezia. Want to now check the match preview. Just make sure he's not. So let's see fixtures. The match preview. Will not play. Benacer, national selection. Frank Kessie, national selection. And then 2 people out with injuries. Yeah, Tonali is definitely going to play. So maybe Tonali at home to Juve. Like, let's check out the actual head-to-head on this. I'll add this little window in for you as well. 2 seconds. Yada. You should be able to see that now. Okay, cool. So head to head, both actually in pretty tasty form now. Juventus's last 2 home results have been wins, quite convincing ones at that, with Sampdoria and Udinese. Tough game with Inter in the cup. That game with Sampdoria was the cup as well, in fact. Sorry. tough game with Roma, tough game with Napoli. So they've had a tough run of fixtures. AC Milan have had a good mixture of opponents. They've been doing pretty well, been pretty convincing. The form, Juve are top 5 in the league. Wow, for the last 5, the last 10. Wow, Juve are in good form. All I've been hearing about when I've been listening to podcasts and stuff is about how Juve and Allegri are in disarray and stuff, but their form over the last 10 is undeniable. It's top 3, you know, it's hard to argue with that. AC Milan, who I'm thinking are like one of the better teams in the league, sitting second currently on current form, or 7th. AC Milan at home, wow, 11th. Juventus away, 2nd. Ooh, not a great fixture for AC Milan. So Tonali will play, will feature. So let's have a look at Antwerp, my other super rare. So let's dive into Belgium. Jupiler League, and now we're going to be checking out Antwerp away to Ostend, I believe it is. Antwerp, where are you? 3rd in the table, one of the best defences in the league. Away to Ostend. And sorry, I'll bring this window back open for you again. Sorry guys, 2 seconds. No, it's not coming up. Sorry. Well, Ostend, last 5 games at home, they've been basically on a bit of a losing streak. Antwerp away are solid, don't score much, but they're tight at the back. And the form suggests that, yeah, Antwerp should do pretty well. Form in the table, as you can see, last 5, Antwerp top 6, Ostend bottom 6, yeah. Last 10, Antwerp 2nd, oof, Ostend 2nd bottom. Away from home, in the last 5, Antwerp are nothing special, and Ostend at home are bottom, the worst home team in the league. Yeah, Sam Vines is definitely moved up the pecking order, I think. Big time. So we get Sam Vines right in here, Captain Sane, and we save that mofo. Now, that discovery, I am going to alter my SoRare data, because Harwood Bellis, it's a nice fixture. Yeah, I can get behind him for it. I want to have them swapped around because I want to have Jack Hendry on the right. And then Sam Vines, I'm going to be having on the left. Where is Vines? There it is there. Boom. That discovery, that information is a difference maker for me. Sorted. So we can go back to lineup builder. Hopefully I've not lost the team. There it's there. Right, so let's go see. What did we do on the first pass by for my best team, my All-Star Rare Pro division? What did I pick first time around? So we... Oh... Very close. Oh, interesting. I've opted for Kamada at home to Bielefeld over Guardiola. Now, I think deciding to play the Vines as a defender does then free up this Guardiola. Is the Guardiola... I think Guardiola and Vines could hit about the same score in a kind of average match, and that super rare multiplier is valuable, of course. And Guardiola can do that score in another team somewhere else that Vines cannot operate in, i.e. Champion Euro. So then that allows me to free up the rare spot. Kamada was in my best midfield, is 023. Do you know what? I think I stick with that, by the way. I've Captain Sane. I'm really happy with the vindication on the matches that I've got here. And then the difference maker, do you know, I think I'm going to go with that play. What do you guys think? Love how you have an SD11 players in correct position. I try my best. What are we all doing with Cine this week? Who's Cine? Sorry. Ostend's manager just gone to Genoa as well. That's weird. Benacer might be back because Algeria are out. Mikey Basson is saying Benacer is not a mad starter anyway. Josh just sold the lung buster that he won as a reward. Cannot believe it. Josh, you've changed. Captain Kamada here. Oh my god, Quinny, you are the best. Team Long. If you've got a long Niftio, fucking love it. If Wales still had Jota, we would be in the top 6 by now. You're probably right, by the way. Jota's a key player. Does anyone know if Richie Delat or Jael Bataille will play for Antwerp? Both, I believe, play at right back. Bataille can play midfield as well. He's kind of played right wing back. Shrewsbury will, from my experience, I used to have him. And Richie Delat I also used to have, and he's a defender. He'll play anywhere, right back, centre back, left back. Ex-Man United Academy, really good pedigree. So he can kind of play. He's first choice in my opinion. I think when they play the 3-5-2 or the 5-3-2, however you think of it. But I think this is the team we're going to go for, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on my ultimate team, my best team that I'm laying out this game week. SD reshuffled the SD11 after I submitted. Really hurt my OC. Oh, did it? Oh, I hope that doesn't do that to me. So the next best team, right? Prize pool wise, do I think the next best prize pool is Champion Euro or the Super Rare division? I'm going to say the Super Rare division because of some of the guys I've got in my stable. So I'm going to go to U23 Super Rare. Why have I went to U23 here? I think it's because I don't want to open that and give the game away. Maybe they are. I think it's the goalkeeper really. I've only got one U23 goalkeeper. So I'll scarcity up. So I'm playing the Van de Voort in Super Rare is what I'm thinking I'm doing. And then in defense, I've got I'm only going to be playing Super Rares. In defense, I've got the THB, who's U23, of course. I've got the Tonali and the Illich that are both coming back from suspension, and I've got Darwin. I think this team has a real stab at doing something special. Illich is at home, Tonali's at home, Taylor Harwood-Bellis is at home, and as long as Darwin can get a decisive in whatever minutes he gets, this team, this is a great U23 Super Rare team, and I should be really excited about it. It's just that they're tough fixtures, and I'm expecting good footballers to have really big performances when it matters for their teams. And, you can't always guarantee those things. But I really do think that's where I should be playing these types of guys. Who would I captain? Just because of the fixture and how multi-decisive capable they can be, I would have to captain Darwin, I think. But I think that's my second best place of getting a prize this game week. And yeah, it's a dead ringer team. Quite easy to pick, quite self-explanatory. And I kind of knew my train of thought looking at the prize pool this game week for the amount of entrants there were for what's going on. And we'll have a look at the prize pool and see what I can win if I get into the top echelons. Darwin Núñez, Illich, Tonali, THB. If this was a D4 team or a rare team, you would definitely fancy yourself to get into the top 20% of the field, I would say. So I'm really confident with that. The next one I would come to would be Champion Euro Rare Pro. So I've kind of used all the super rares that I'm going to already, which is fine. My best goalkeeper, I've filtered it by super rare. So my best goalkeeper is probably Nubo. Maybe it's All Black. I'm going to go All Black on this occasion just because I do fancy the crap that's going. I don't feel like Valencia are in top gear at the moment. At the back, we've got Guardiola, who I want to play as my best defender. Or do we have Guardiola? Yeah, we do. I've just not changed it on this, sorry. So we're going to drop Guardiola for Kamada. Or Kamada. I'm kind of flipping between how to pronounce it. I'm pretty sure the Japanese is Kamada. Right, where and then I say Kamada. So, I don't know what to say. Champion Euro Rare Pro. Boom. Right, okay, so we can get Guardiola in defense. We can get Guardiola in defense. Easy peasy. In midfield, so who was the best midfield? Kamada and Renato were both in the best midfield. None of these two guys were in the best midfield. So we also had Wirtz and Ferran Torres. So Wirtz at home at Augsburg. Niftio reckons he's going to get 100. And we're not going to be playing U23. I've got my only U23 team out. So Wirtz is no good to me outside the Champion Europe for his Stardust. So that's cool. Up front, my best forwards were Darwin, Andre Silva and Sané. Sané and Darwin have both been picked. So that leaves me with Andre Silva, which is lovely jubbly. And then I'm looking at Ferran Torres or Palaversa. Now Palaversa is in Challenger Euro. So I think I'm going to be playing Ferran Torres in this Champion Euro team here. Because that just makes the most absolute sense. And he will be a big differential. If he can bring in 100, that will be 100 points that not many managers will get. There's so few players that do pick up 100. The guys that are limit print or they've just not had as many issues or whatever can be a big differentiator. As well as when those guys do hit those scores, if you've got that guy and you've got as big a multiplier as possible, then you're going to get more than 100 points. So that can be the difference as well. Who would I captain? It feels like it has to be Wirtz, really. But Ferran's romantic, isn't it? It feels like it has to be Captain Wirtz. Because if Wirtz gets a decisive on top of his 80 game, he breaks 80. Breaks 75, undoubtedly. Is this a pro team? There's no super rare in that. Am I going to go into pro? This is a pro team I've picked. Am I going to go into pro with no super rare? Average points needed for a reward, 375. I fancy this team. Let's check the extra spot, right? And let's just filter it by super rare only. Brais Mendes, Trippier, and Maffeo. Brais Mendes scores, let's say, 40. I'm going to save this team. Let's say Brais Mendes scores 40 away to Sevilla on average, right? Let's just say he gets that kind of 46. Plus his super rare multiplier. What did he kind of get me this week for that kind of score? 43. Comes in with 55 then. 55 is not better than what I think Ferran Torres will get if he starts. So I wouldn't play him over Ferran Torres. Guys, I think I'm going 5 rares into Champ Euro Pro. Get it up, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it, man. Fuck it. Let's go for it. If I wouldn't pick him, then I'm not going to be picking Maffeo. I'm not going to be picking Trippier. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, guys. Let's go for it. The podium beckons. Okay, cool. So where's the next bet? Oh, let's check out the team I picked, first of all, over here. Let's see. I might change my mind all of a sudden. Dun, 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 dun. I went with 1 super. So I went with Brais over Ferran. So Ferran played tonight. Depay didn't play tonight. Brais will definitely start. I think that's what I've kind of lent on, is that Brais will definitely start. And Sevilla, like, I watched the second half of Valencia last night, and I watched the Celta Vigo Osasuna game before that. Celta Vigo, I know what I'm going to get, and I expect them to be on the front foot against Sevilla. They could score goals, and Brais can get decisives. But it does raise the question. I didn't have Ferran Torres in the first place, and I've got other safer places I can play Ferran Torres. I think, okay, I'm going to go 1 super. I'm going to go 1 super. I'm going to climb down. I'm going to climb down. I'll get 1 super in there. And I captained Andre Silva. I think I'm going to undo that decision and captain Wirtz, because I'm going to take myself into the mindset of, if I could make one of those guys a super rare, who would it be? It would be Wirtz. Cool. So I'm going to amend this, of course, before we move on, because that just messes up a second ago. So Champ Euro Rare Pro, we're going to drop Ferran Torres, and we're going to bring in Brais Mendes. Feels a wee bit more sensible. I do think I'm going to regret it, to be honest with you, but it's a wee bit more sensible. It's a bit of a middle ground. I do think I'm going to regret it. Right, so what else have I entered in the prelude? We did All-Star Global, we did Champion Euro, and then we went into Limiteds. So let's do Champion Euro Rare, because that's the last one we've done that's limited on what region we can use. So let's see, goalkeepers. Only rares, of course, are available here. We've got Nubo, and that's it, really. So we've got Noobs. In defence, Angelino definitely plays and could do well. In midfield, I could say the same about Max Arnold, but he's playing Leipzig. I'd rather avoid that if I can. Let's play Ferran Torres here. This feels good. Up front, we can play Depay. Didn't play tonight. He did play the last little kind of game they played recently, so I think he could feature. And as far as forwards go, I'm not blessed with a lot of options in Champion Europe, as you can see. Matthew Hoppe, De La Fuente, Falcao, Timo Weah, Cherky, Werner, all sketchy on minutes. Depay is the best of a bad bunch this game week. And it kind of legislates for the Ferran Torres risk as well of him maybe not starting. It, I kind of know that Barca element might be rotationally. And then that brings me to my extra player. Who's just got the best fixture potential? We'll start there. Tyler Adams. Let's work backwards. Anyone who I was kind of close to earlier. Who was on my bench in SD11? My best midfielder was Palaversa. We can't play him here. Defence, I think we've already walked that bridge already. And striker was Depay. So who else do we have? McKennie. SoRare, I don't think it's back. Hector will definitely play. I think I want to keep Hector for All-Star Rare, because that's kind of his role, really. Theo? Yeah, let's just play Theo. He could go off in a big way. And it's Captain Depay. It's in his contract. You guys know that. Cool. What team did I pick first time around? This will be interesting, because I've got no idea what it could be. Oh, okay. We went Robbo. So that was before we knew Robbo played the cup game tonight. We didn't pick Theo at all. Chris Richards is at home at Dortmund. He could score really well in a game like that. What did he get? 40-something? Maybe not. Teo's just decisive capable. Yeah, let's take Teo, Angelino, and then we're dropping Arnold for Ferran. Class. Happy with that. Good decisions were made. Who do we have in goals? Nubo. Love it. Save the team, and then we're going into all-star rare. Okay, so we need to be catching the bread and butter. We need to be catching the base ETH. Now, I've got a feeling I'm running with common Paul Lopez this game week. Okay, so for the sake of this, I'm going to put Trap in here, because even if Trap is playing, it's the only place he could go, really. So I'll put Trap here for the sake of this. I'm probably going to play common Paul, because I just know he will play. In defense, I've not played Jack Hendry yet, which is brilliant for this league. One of my best defenders is going in here. That's great. I've got such variety available to me. Palaversa has to go into midfield, I think, doesn't he? Palaversa into midfield. Up front, this is slim pickings. Up front, De La Fuente away to Lons. No. Falcao at home at Bilbao. He will take penalties and stuff. Cherky's minutes are sketchy as hell. Matthew Hoppy's away from home. I want to play Timo Weah. Falcao or Werner. I'm going Falcao. And then the other midfielder is probably going to be Hector, just because he's a steady Eddie. Unless somebody else jumps out at me. Tyler Adams. I suppose I could play Tyler. Yeah, I could play Tyler Adams just as easy as Hector. I think I'm going to play it. Something's telling me to play Hector. My spidey senses are tingling. I've also got Max Arnold. I think I have to play Max Arnold. And be captain. I'm going to captain Palaversa, just because the fixture looks incredible. I'm going to let the data lead me on that. Okay. So who did we actually pick to go and bust us some ETH? Very close, actually. With the defender. We went with common power. I'm going to stick with that, just to be safe. Unless I'm going to check out. Actually, let's just do it now, right? Let's see the DM we picked up, and then I'll come back to the live chat. I've seen some crazy stuff was going on. I think we've maybe got a bot in the house or something like that. So Alex Dobbins, what's he saying to me about? Let's see what they're saying about Trap. Coach Oliver Glasner is spoiled for choice before the game against Armenia Bayerfeld. Kevin Trapp and Philip Kostic return to training. Aye. I'm going to play Trap. I was getting sentimental with the backup guy. Get Trap in. Get Trap. Get Trap in. Screw it. The rest of the team's good enough. Trap. Hendry, Palaversa, Arnold. Hendry. Palaversa. Arnold. Maybe that's why my spidey senses were saying Hector, because I picked him first time around. And then we captain Palaversa, don't we? Yeah. Lovely. Guys, I'm actually really quite excited for this. Eve should fly it, and at an absolute canter, it probably won't. But it probably should. Now, for the first time ever, guys, we're going to be doing lineup builder on limited cards, okay? So, let's just start with All-Star Limited, because I want to see all my goalkeepers that are available and go from there. So, I've got Lungbuster, I've got SoRare, I've got Bravo, who played recently, and I've got Galashi. So, I've got 4. 3 are Champ Euro and 1 is Challenger Euro. So Lung is going to go into Challenger Euro, and then the other 3, 2 of them will make my best teams for Global and Champion. Cool. So let's start off with Champion then, because I want my best Champion keeper to play in Champion. So let's start Champion Europe Limited. Who do I think is my best Champion Europe Limited goalkeeper? Galashi at home at Wolfsburg? Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely. So Galashi's in goals. In defence, Kolarov, I don't think he's going to be playing. Lukeba, recent addition, is a wee rookie. Has been playing. Great opponent score. Is in serious contention. And otherwise, guys, yeah, we've got real issues with who's going to play and whatnot. Nicholas Stark is a home at Bayern. I'm not in any rush to play him. So yeah, I think the rookie is going to play. Castello Lukeba, welcome to the club, son. You're in the deep end. Champion Europe, the big hitting division. Kostic is back in training. Does he go straight into the deep end? I'm not too sure. Let's see who we've got best on fixture. Camavinga played tonight. Will he play against Elche? Maybe he does. I don't know if I want to play him in this team. Gavi looks to be out. Kostic is back in training. Hyundai Kone will play, I expect. Nobody here's got amazing fixtures except for Camavinga, really. But he's not definite to start. I think I have to go Kostic because of, even if he comes off the bench, way to Byfield, he's so explosive, takes set pieces, etc. Any feature of him could pay off, could just get decisive and bring in the 60 that we're after. Up front, we've got real choices now with some of the acquisitions that we've made this week. So Martinez and Dzeko, wow. I think I've picked both of them and I've got a bit of deja vu. I think I know what's going to happen here. Because I've seen they were playing Venezia. And then captain, I think Dzeko or Lautaro. Who to captain out of two of these? I'm going to captain Dzeko. And let's see, who did we pick? Champion Europe Limited. Oh, Hyundai Kone I went for the definite starter rather than the maybe. And Captain Lautaro. Ooh. I'll stick with the Captain Lautaro. I think I might stick with that Hyundai Kone. Expected points for a prize 302. Yeah, I don't want to take any gambles with the Kostic. I think Hyundai Kone, if he starts, which I'm expecting he will get the required points. I think Lautaro, yeah, I think I've maybe went for him on captain because he's due a bit of form. As is Dzeko, right enough. But yeah, go with that. That works for me. Save that. That'll then bring us to All-Star Limited is my next important one. And we're going to be picking for that David SoRare. Okay. In defense, who are my best other defenders? I can bring in some, or do I want to pick challenger first? No. I want my best challenger guys other than the goalkeeper to be fighting in this division. So best defender looks like Mamadou Diarra. I think I should be fighting Mamadou Diarra. I'm not going. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I'm going to pick the challenger team first. I think I'm quite thin on that region. So if I'm going to enter it, then I need to enter it with conviction. So I think the Turkish lads are going to go in here. So it'll be long. Nope, I can play Kandus. I don't know if Kandus may get dropped from a cheetah right enough. So let's avoid him. Let's play Diarra, he'll definitely play. Hajdžihamivić. And Nadishimai, I think they'll both play up front. We should have some forwards, so we've only got Davikas. And then yeah, I'll go and get my class. This is a slightly better team. The forwards a bit better than the midweek challenger. I like that team, and I think that's really capable of doing something nice. So let's see the challenger team I picked on this on the first pass. Very similar, but we picked Kandus here, and I think what I've ended up doing in this situation is maximizing all-star because I can win champ cards there or other regions, which I think is a sensible decision. But seeing how weak this team actually looks compared to the strong team I've just made, I'm going to overrule that and go with the team we've just made based on the best team possible. That's what I'm doing. So I think winning a top end, with a higher tier I can win even from challenger will still be a good card. So I'm happy to do that. Make sure the team is saved before we move on. We're going to move into All-Star Limited. So I've only got one goalkeeper left that I'm going to be picking, and that's David SoRare. He's away to Sociedad. It's not a great fixture, but if they do keep a clean sheet, or maybe they just keep it to 1 or 2 goals, maybe he can get over 50 points if I'm lucky. That's the real hope. In defence, my best possible defender is maybe Mukhtar Diakabi, who has just scored an OG, has been sent off earlier in the season and stuff, and has been a bit of a basket case. Nicholas Stark should definitely play. Bayern could gub them and he could score so terribly. Savic might be back for Atleti. Not a certainty. Not too sure the situation with Eric Garcia. Let's check that out. Eric Garcia. Barca. Squad. Eric Garcia. Injured. Yeah. Not playing. So we're not playing Eric Garcia. Fali Jimenez. Wow. Fali Jimenez. Did they play the last game? Let's check out. Jesus. Their opposition, they're playing. This is like bottom versus third bottom. The first bottom v second bottom, and I'm thinking about back in second bottom defense. Fally Jimenez. Where is he? Fally, there he is. 18 games this season. Played the last one. He's been booked. He's on 4 bookings, so he will play this game. He's got a good opposition stat, it must be said. Fally Jimenez. Away to Levante. And Stark is at home to Bayern. Do you know what? Let's go with the data. Let's go with Fally Jimenez. He will play. He's played 80% of the last 5, 80% of the last 15. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. In midfield, we've got Kostic, of course, who we could throw in just to make sure we're using him. No one else is really jumping out as being a great alternative, if I'm being honest. Maybe David Silva. Let's see if David Silva's been coming back into the team. I feel like I've seen him knocking around in Sociedad. Sociedad, they're kind of, I think they're on a bit of a slide form-wise, if I'm being honest. David Silva. 11 matches he's played this season, and he's kind of flirting with coming back into the team. Okay, so I think I could play David Silva here. I'd be quite content with that. Oh, Jesus, where's he went? David, where are you? Yeah, David Silva, you can go in. That's fine. I think he'll definitely feature. And that's a game I expect him to be creative. He's against my goalkeeper. I'm not too bored about that at this stage. I think I'll be picking Kramaric here because I want to have a bit of fun with him in the club. I know he'll play. He's definitely capable of a lot of special things. And Dortmund are hardly known for their defensive prowess at the moment, let's be honest. And then in midfield, or the extra spot, who's my best just other player that's not been picked yet? Kolarov, Negredo. Do you know what? He's just scored. He punches and bunches. Him and David Silva linking up again. That could be special. Who would I captain? I guess just because he's at home at Getafe, David Silva. A wee bit of sentimental. And that's the team we're picking. So wait. Guys, I think this is going to be us. I think this is the last team we're picking for the night. I think this will be us wrapping up the stream. Who did we pick in defence? Fally Jimenez. I'm going to stick with the data on this one. Fernando, you're getting dropped out of midfield for David Silva. I'm trying to catch David Silva getting a good score by picking him with this. And then we're trying to catch punches and bunches himself. Negredo. Where are you, Negredo? Negredo. There we go. And who did we captain? The El Mago. Love it. Sorted. Now, I'm going to have a wee look into the prize pools before I lovies and leavies for this evening. Let's save all of that. Guys, I've had a lot of fun this stream. I'm really sorry. I've not actually. I do need to check out before. I'm going to check in with you guys, see what you're up to. Sorry. And then I bought a Delant last week. Try to get a wee Antwerp swag. Good to hear. Shrewsbury Wolf. Jill only played. He's top of that. Some bot came in. I think there's someone dodgy. Yeah, bot attack. Report the account. Thank you guys. Ferran did score tonight. 20 minutes in the game. I did see that. One ball back in. I don't get it. Evening troops. Start Rodrigo or Maxi Romero is one of my forwards this game week. Well, Rodrigo goes. Could if he played tonight in that kind of batch with Camavinga, I think Camavinga could be on to get some minutes, and equally Rodrigo Goes could do. And your Maxi Romero, I don't even know who he plays for, so I can't really comment. SoRare value, I'm sorry. What we doing with Anderlecht Mechelen players this game week? Don't think I've got any. I've not used Yari Verscharen anywhere, so I've not even had to worry about that. Don't forget SoRare Brag. Guys, of course, SoRare Brag as well. Guys, the Influencers League, there's not many fixtures left. You've seen my SD11. I'll put it back on screen for you for the now, okay? What you need to do is go to SoRare Brag. You'll be on my league thing already, don't forget. Pick and vote for who you think my best 11 is. Now, we've basically done it, haven't we? Let's make sure it's still saved. Let's get it back on screen for you. So in case you missed it earlier in the stream, this is my SD11. This is my best 11 in my bench, okay? So please vote for your best 11 for me to go into this game week and try and pick as many, or my best 8. It's a mega 8. Try and pick as many of these guys as you possibly can, okay? I'll pick the captain tomorrow morning before the deadline. We've only got a few fixtures left, guys. For you voting for the correct team that goes and us beating our opponent and getting fixture wins, you have the opportunity to win free cards. I get absolutely nothing for it. It's all for you guys and your engagement, okay? So this is, in my opinion, the best players in my gallery this game week. Make sure you select them. Thanks very much, Mikey Boy, for the nudge. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, yada yada, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, catch up with you guys in the live chat, look at prize pools, and then I'm going to love yous and leave yous for this evening. So yeah, let's do it. Prize pools. So we're going into this super rare, under 23s. Now, my team, I'm very confident I can get into that top 20 position and definitely get into the hunt for a tier 3 super rare, right? But what I really am after is one of these tier 2s. That's if I think all the scores come in, the pool I'm going to land in. Who's top of this pool? Eric Garcia. Thank you very much. I would take that in an absolute heartbeat. There's a rookie, Stelios Andrew here. That would be a lovely super rare to win as a reward this game week. Maxence Lacroix, no problem at all. It's a lovely pool, guys. There's lots of great talent in it. And I think I should definitely be fighting for that. Renato Sanchez is in here. That is criminal. I should... Brenner as well. Oof. I should definitely be fighting for David Rom. This is a great pool. I should definitely be fighting for cards, and I'm excited to do so. If I do finish in the tier 3, if I don't quite hit my goals, then there's a good bit of potluck in here. Piatowski. Yes, please. I would take his super rare. Tuta. Yes, please. I would take his super rare. Kalulu, Reese Oxford. Toro Noriga. Kevin McAllister, Mamadou Diarra. There's plenty of cards in here I would take as a super rare for this game week for the strength of team I've got. I think I'm right in amongst it, and I'm really hopeful that I can do something special. And the All-Star Rare Pro, it's my best team, so it's my best shot really of going all the way. What are the star rares on offer? We've got Haaland, we've got Mbappe, we've got Messi, we've got all the big hitters out in the prize pool this game week, guys. It's going to be ferocious. If a team's going to do it for me, it's going to be the team I've picked here and I've put into this division. So let's hope I can get in anywhere into the star prize pool and we're pulling out one of these big juicy nuggets. Failing that, if we fall short of our goal and we just get into the tier 1s, again, there's some sexy cards in here that I could use for my club or equally could really help me in the marketplace to maybe make some moves. So I'm pretty excited for both those entries. Was there another entry I was particularly excited about? I suppose the Champ Euro, we're going out there with one super rare. I don't expect I'm going to get into the star category. I think a tier 2 pool would be good. I think I can expect to shoot for a tier 2. And in which case, wow, Brahim Diaz and Eric Garcia, both those guys fit right into my strategy. Ex-CFG kids. I would love to win either one of them. Sandro Tonali, a rare would be nice. Dituro, I'd love to get a Dituro as a reward. That would be fantastic. A Rafael Borré would really help me out. A forward that's definitely playing. To just win a guy like him would be lovely. And again, there's lots of other good options here in the tier 2 prize pool. So, Nicholas Dorsch, yeah, I'd have one of him. So, I'm quite optimistic. Eden Hazard. Tier 2. Ouchie. Magic. So guys, I look forward. I'll be doing a little deadline stream tomorrow. Okay, so in that stream, what I do right before the deadline, 1 hour-ish before, is just make sure there's no last minute news I can actually utilize into my game week and make sure that I'm not going to make a fatal error, trying to avoid any of them as I can. I'll rely on some of you guys in the live chat for contributions on that front. So if you do join me, thank you in advance. Hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. And otherwise, I'll dig through the internet with you and we'll find them all together. Lots of content coming, guys. The editing is almost done and we'll have a lovely steady stream of high quality content coming for you. I hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. I'll see some of you tomorrow, of course. If you watched this live, fucking brilliant. I love you. I've not tweeted this anywhere. You're part of the notification crew. You are hardcore and me and you are best pals forever. If you watched this after we've been live, thank you very much for being a subscriber to the channel and I love you all the same for watching this. Don't forget, either way, like, subscribe and share and retweet and all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble and I'll see you in the morning, I guess. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.